Amtrak and the freight train. So let me guys know if you want me to switch the trains up at all. I gotta also close the door here. Here. So yeah, just setting this thing. There it is. There. Okay. Anyway, we'll get the Amtrak started up, and then eventually we'll get the freight train running. There, I'll get the lights on. There. Train Buff Boy 4727 says morning. Morning. And the small two. Hi everyone, good morning. Guys, thank you for 700 subscribers. I forgot to put that in the title of this live stream, but thanks guys. Thanks, Train Buff Boy. Good morning. I don't know, it's just like trains. Thanks, the small. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Said good job. Thank you. You can edit the name of the stream afterwards if you want. Yeah, I'll probably do that. I am I like BSF 2929. Probably. Is that animal? Thanks for a like, guys. We got 5 people in here right now. I typically run the Amtrak at like 67. Sorry, I didn't come to much streams. It's fine. You came to this stream. That's all that watched. Apparently, I left the car on the tracks. I gotta fix that. I'll let the Amtrak push it over here, then I'll grab it. Ah, I don't know why the. I'll stop the Amtrak. Well, I gotta hook this car back up. The Amtrak stop. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have a new YouTube video, Q&A video. So in the stream, you guys can ask me some questions, and I will hopefully be able to get to them this weekend on that video. So if you ask me a question in this stream, I'll feature you in the video. Your question in the video, that is. Okay, let's get this Amtrak moving again. The nice thing with these Tsunami 2 decoders is you can kind of notch it up to whatever speed you want. The train will be stopped because you have your brakes on. If you scroll down, see I got my brake on right now, so the engine's notching up. And then when you release the thing, I'll try to keep it, see? And now the train will go. This is all using DCC, which is, I like that interactive feature that they did in the decoder. Ethan, the Texas rail fan official, says hello. Hi. Sadly, my line has been packed with Norfolk Southern power. Yeah. Norfolk Southern is like one of the top, I would say, worst railroads out there, but they derail more than my model trains derail. And my model trains derail a lot. I think they're like the only railroad that's always having these huge derailments, other than Union Pacific once in a while, CPKC, but yeah. Trust me, I'm not a fan of Norfolk Southern. I have some of their rail cars, they're fine, but the locomotives, I probably won't find myself getting any more of them.
Press 1 if you want me to be the cameraman.
No, ignore him. That's my brother. Ignore him.
I got back from my news. You know it's better.
Huh? Go!
So press 1 if you want me to go.
No, ignore him. And the car derailed again, but where this time?
Dude, give me the camera! And it crashed.
Okay, he said, hand the camera back.
Stop the train.
Well, you stop it.
I'll fix it.
No, I'll just take the car off.
Okay, you're good to go.
I'm trying to get it to go. Boost? Give it a boost. Yeah.
How's your day been going, everybody?
Okay, give the thing back. You can do your own stream if you have 50 subs.
Help me get to 50. I want your streams. Well, unlike my brother.
Post more videos. Trade Buff Voice is pretty good. I'm glad your day's going good. Oh, come on, Amtrak. Oh, now it's just unhooked. Come on, Amtrak. Yeah, the Amtrak.
Don't worry, I got reading to do.
Yeah, go. I gotta stop it. Come on, Amtrak. Well, I gotta hopefully not knock over too many trees. There. And I kicked that house. Okay, back to this. Let me guys know if you got any questions.
Hey guys, look what I was doing.
I set the phone down. Don't touch the camera.
Oh, it's smoking.
That's his candy smokes that he got. Get out of here.
You guys can smoke.
You're gonna get me banned, Easton. Sorry, my brother is being very annoying because he buys candy smokes sometimes, and he likes to pretend that he's smoking. But yeah, it's really annoying because he'll come in my middle of my stream and show it off, and I really don't care.
Here's when I bought candy from my aunt's house just an hour away. This is
what my brother bought at the candy store.
$5. $5. $5.25.
We'll get banned for that. Yeah, I know. YouTube allows too much, honestly. So I'm not worried about getting banned, but My brother thinks it's funny to pretend that you're smoking.
Will you get beneficial list?
My brother also has a rubber band gun that.
I'm gonna shoot you.
No!
Go! FBI, GBI.
Okay, get out of here, Easton.
ABI, BBI,
It's nice that I'm able to use wireless throttles, but you do have to have a computer to do it. No, my brother actually reads books, but you know the reason why? Because he gets iPad time or iPhone time for reading. You are an iPad kid, Easton. Want an iPhone, Easton. Well, I'll stop the train at the station up here. Thanks for 2 likes, guys. Double tap the screen to get me to 5 likes. Got 9 people watching. They're just putting the brakes on. Trying to run all the functions with my pinky while holding the phone and then my other hand holding the iPad. Let's get the Amtrak moving. There goes the Amtrak. Okay. I'll probably stop the Amtrak up at the station and then we'll probably run a different train. There, I got the brakes on. Okay. If you guys don't know, the other day I should make a YouTube video on it. I made some repairs. It says, oh, I get to ride on the Amtrak in real life. That would be really cool. I haven't rode on an Amtrak before. We've wanted to, but we've never actually done it. Okay, guys, so here's the Roundhouse that I got fixed up. So now these two tracks are powered, but I'll show you guys a test with pulling out the SD40 that I have. So, in real, okay, that would be really nice to run the Amtrak in real life. So, turn the track power on with the switch here. So now that track's powered, and then turn on the headlight. And then you pull it ahead a bit. And then this is the switch to run the motor. Except I gotta turn it on over here. Because I installed an override switch for the turntable, so now the thing will have power. So now that switch has been turned on, I can now run it from over here to this switch. Now watch. Turntable will spin around until it gets to the rail link, and then I'll show you guys some more about it. Guys, give it a minute. Or two. Thanks for 3 likes, guys. Okay. There. And then wheels pulling ahead. This is all using the wireless throttle, by the way. So then we'll pull it onto the turntable. That'll be good. And then let's put its backup lights on. Okay. And then we'll turn it on again. And there. Now that it's there, we'll just back it up off there. Here. I'll just stop it. And then what we could do is now say... Try to see if there's any locomotives in here that I'd want to pull out. Because those are the only 2 stalls that have locomotives in it. All the other ones, like, we could pull out the Canadian Pacific, so that means we'll turn track power on here. We'll get it switched to that track. And then we can pull...
That's my timer. I know, everybody on their side thought there's a nuclear war going.
Okay, so this locomotive needs some assistance when I... Come on now. This locomotive has terrible power pickups. Then I'll stop it. Okay, we'll probably switch it to like this track here. So now we'll just have it spin around. George, hi. We're doing some work on the Roundhouse. Okay, that train's dusty.
And I'm smoking!
Shut up, Easton. Those are candies.
Watch my smoke fly.
My brother has candy cigarettes.
Don't show my face.
Oh, show your face. No, I'm not showing you smoke candy cigarettes. That doesn't have a horn.
You stupid beep.
Okay, so we're just doing some work on the
I know
Roundhouse.
you're queso.
Not fat.
Yeah, that's what queso always says, and he's fat.
Kid, you have no room to...
Guys, did you see the short we made? I helped
No,
on it.
but it's not out yet. It's gonna be out next week. It's probably like watching paint dry. Shut it.
Now I can kill myself.
Shut up. The quill car paint scheme was Railroad of Lies. Bro. There, Snow will turn this on. Railroad of Lies. Bro. There. It's true. Okay, man. There, we'll back that up. Jason.
I need to borrow the iPad for something.
No! That's my throttle.
It's my iPad.
Put it forward at least. Hi, JSUG3985 official. Did you release it?
No.
Well, you got to. Okay. Now we'll get into the rail link, and I'll probably move. Okay.
So, guys, I had a question.
Ace, can I really give the throttle back?
No. I have a question for him. So, on 164th Carpet Farm, do you think I should start making videos on this?
Oh, so my brother has a YouTube channel. He's asking you guys if he should make Farming Simulator 18 videos on doing his farm work in the game.
Watch this.
Don't crash into your farm equipment. How's it going?
Oh,
Jazz
okay.
song.
If I quit, and then if I go back into single player, watch you guys.
Why is he? This is my brother's driving. He committed a crime. Yeah, I know. He's crashing in Farming Simulator.
Let's see. There's
18.
a car.
Hey. He just ran into another semi.
But watch what happens if I try to delete the map. There's an invisible wall.
By the way, Troll Train Guy, do you have a blower, the Craftsman? Talking about this. This is not a blower. A blower would blow air out of the nozzle. It's a vacuum because it's a vacuum. It sucks air. It doesn't blow out air. So yes, it's a Craftsman vacuum. Give me it, bro.
So guys, tell me.
Leave the iPad back. You do a post on your channel. Get out of here. $500. Well, I can't drive my train right now because my brother literally took the only throttle that I have. So I'm literally waiting for him to give it back because the throttle is an iPad and he's using it right now. So I'm literally just waiting for him to give it back so we can get back to moving some locomotives. You have 50 subs. Nice. You can have a live stream now, George, at 50. At 50, you could have a live stream by yourself or with other people. You have 50, yeah, you'd be able to have a live stream. The second I had 50 subs, I started doing live streams a lot because it's a great way to get subscribers and it's an easy way to make some videos. Okay, my brother needs to give me my throttle back. I seriously can't do anything without it. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna set my phone here. You subbed? Thank you so much.
Sub to me, or I'll 5 years live.
I'm gonna set my phone down here and I'll grab my other throttle quickly.
I know where you live.
Shut it, man.
What am I watching?
What, bro?
What am I watching? Everly Credit?
What's this? Okay, I have my another backup, aka my mom's iPhone 15. Yeah, I'm just using my mom's iPhone 15 to run the train. Oh, what was it? No, we were running Locomotive 55. Where is it? There it is, 55. Sorry about that. There. Yeah, this train don't have sound. They keep wanting to blow the horn, but there. We'll turn its headlight off, and then we'll get in 202, and I guess we'll park it. There, SD40. They're connected. We'll pull it onto the turntable, then I'll park it somewhere. Can you run it on Android? Yes, you can. You can use Engine Driver. You can use either Wii Throttle or Engine Driver, and then you connect that to JMRI's server. It's called the Wii Throttle server, but you can use Wii Throttle or Engine Driver. Engine Driver is only for Android. Trust me, I'll be using Engine Driver more because I like that. It has way more features than Wii Throttle, but that's what Apple devices have, so I'm just using that. Okay. Let's see what stall I want to park 202 and I'll probably spin it around or something. Yeah, I'm just going to move it. But yeah, the only person in this house that has an Android is my dad.
So guys,
and he's at work right now.
So. Want me to make videos on War Thunder or Farm Sim? How do you add a title?
No, if you want to poll, you don't want to do that.
Well, what title?
Yeah, if you're doing a poll.
Here, I'll record while you do it.
No. Just, can you just chill? So it's right here, and then add images to your poll. So that's where you select one game. Let me read the chat quickly. I'm trying to park the 202 in a stall. We'll probably do this one. Okay. Clumpville Mall Railroad said, dude, I now just bought a Bachmann fact train. Only way to run it is from your phone, and you can't run it off your system. Bachmann is fake train.
Well, I can't even do Farm Sim because it won't do it for me, so I have to do it.
No, where's the Farming Simulator screenshot? Restart YouTube.
No.
Cowboy2121. Hi.
Just make this one.
There. And then you can say War Thunder.
No.
This is War Thunder.
Or Farm Sim.
The next one.
I gotta go.
You just saw CSX. Oh, what I can run on my Bachmann, is DCC on my DCC controller fine. It depends.
Yeah,
if you're talking about running a DCC locomotive on a DC transformer, that'll work. You won't be able to have like the horn bell or any of that, but it'll run the engine sounds, it'll run the locomotive. Only if you have DC conversion on, so it means it'll run DC. But some of my locomotives are set to not react to DC track power, so they'll just sit still when you give it track power. Okay. We'll probably back it up into stall number 3.
Yeah, it won't
nice.
Farm some stuff.
Just try it again. You'll have to restart YouTube.
No. I'll just do
One time I tried to run it on DC, started tweaking. So you're saying you're trying to run DC on DCC track power? I don't recommend that. Some controllers will be able to do that. But the problem is it wears out your motor over time. Like, I could try to run like a DC locomotive right now. The only problem is it's full track power all the time, no matter what speed.
I'm gonna start making more Thunder videos.
No, you're not.
I am.
Wait, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. My brother is talking. Cowboy2121 said, now I'm learning. Thanks. One time I tried to run it on... Okay, I read that. Thank you for talking to me. Yes, I'm talking to you. That was a nice catch. Cliff the Ball Railroad said with DC Master for a Broadway Limited import, you can have Bell, Horn, and Whistle from DC. Yeah, I heard of that system, and it's not bad if you don't want to have to buy a DCC controller. That's why my HOCL Express Diesel's not working. What do you mean by your express diesel not working? So when you're trying to run that DC, if it's a DC locomotive, I don't recommend running it on DCC track power because they have options to where you could run a DC locomotive on DCC track power. The problem is at all times it's the same track power. So say you're dumping 14 volts on that motor no matter what speed it's at, and say it's better to honestly run it at full speed because it'll help air cool the motor because it'll overheat if you still let it sit. But uh, but if you run a DCC locomotive on a DC layout, that's just fine. The decoder can convert the power and run it, but I don't recommend running DC on DCC track power. Cliff Malrero said you can run DCC on a DC layout, just don't want it sitting idle for long. HO with its bigger motors could deal with it better than small end scale motors. I think he switched that around. You're saying the DC locomotive on DCC layout. I think he switched that around, but yeah. I don't really recommend it. SMT Mainline, you all probably heard of his channel. He's done a video on what happens when you do that, so I would recommend watching that because don't go off of me for 100% everything, but I know I've been doing DCC for over a year now, and I've kind of know it. Come on now, keep backing up. I do like DCC better though because you can run so much. Like you can run a ton of locomotives on the same track. Well, apparently the rail link derailed. I'm trying to keep up with your chat, but also try to fix all this. Cliff of Mile Railroad said, "See, that is where you are wrong. DCC on DC will only work if you have straight DC power pack. But if you have a pulse DC power pack, you can't run DCC at all." Oh yeah, Soundtrack said that with the older power packs. Uh, You gotta be careful because they'll actually like dump a bunch of DC power on pulse mode, which will damage your decoder. Like this one here, you can power it up normally, but then there's this pulse setting, so you turn that on. So this is not connected to track power or anything, but if you pay attention to the power monitor, you turn it on, you see how it's normal, like that's about as bright as it gets. But then when you turn on pulse mode, you might notice how the thing brightens and sometimes it'll actually look like it's pulsing. So this is pulse off, this is pulse on. If you can see how it gets brighter because that's how it'll damage a DCC decoder if you have that on. But this controller, you can actually shut pulse off, which is fine. But some of them actually have pulse set to on, like internally, like you can't turn it off. But this one you can turn pulse off on. So yeah, I get what you're saying. The Rapido box called me a train nut. Was it one of the stickers that came with it or what? Because I know Rapido's want to give you 1,000 stickers with something. I haven't bought Rapido. I don't have anything Rapido on my layout because I'm too broke to afford any of it. But yeah, Rapido definitely is. No, yep, the stickers kind of figured. Yep, MRC 2400 controller from the late 70s is full pulse. Yeah, that's the downside is you can't run DCC decoders on DC track power with controllers like that because they'll damage your decoder with the pulse. But if it's like they recommend getting a cheap power supply because those won't have the juice to damage your decoder like one of the older higher end ones will because those will dump too much power. Let's see. You have 2 freight cars now. Nice. I got a Rapido Burlington Northern Switcher for 20. That was a good deal. Cliff of Ball Round said save up for the mystery box. You get a $350 decoder and $350 box cars. Yeah, I've wanted to get them, but in the end, what limits me is my mom, and my mom don't let me buy that stuff. But I was like, oh, $100 she thinks is like too much money for me to spend. Never in a million years would I be able to talk her into letting me spend that much of my money. Yeah, because their mystery box is a great value. I've seen people get it before, but what limits me is the fact that my mom's the only one with the credit card, and I can't get her to buy anything. Like, I'll have the money and I'll give it to her, but she won't allow me to get it. One day I'll be able to buy their mystery box though, because it's really cool. All the stuff that they get. Some people, I think they got like a whole set like of let me just let's see. Tell her $5 for makeup is too much to spend since she just wipes it off at night. My mom is actually not one to wear makeup that much. Only rarely does my mom actually, but kind of went wrong on Christmas. The only time, like, my mom will spend something like $150 on like a singular locomotive for me, but I've never spent more than $200 on anything before because I kind of get limited. Like I said, I'll physically have the money, but I don't think that's a bad purchase. So yeah. Okay. Let's see what other locomotive. Oh yeah, we got the SD45 in the siding. Yeah, this last year we're probably doing more running the Roundhouse than anything, but I spent a lot of work. My grandpa made this for me a station for all the switches. I might get it this year. Hopefully you do. $1,000 for the Blue Goose with tax, bro. How is a locomotive? Is this an HO scale? That's a ton of money. Okay, let's connect to the SD40 and run that train for a bit. Okay, Clifford Moreno said, I got it last year, a beautiful Conrail C30 7, and it's a 6600 to boot. Okay, we'll start this locomotive up. You have a steam locomotive in your collection? I have one. There, that train's pulling out. I'm trying to keep up with the chat. If you're going to catch the CSX one more time, you're back. Okay, that sounds like a cool look. Oh, come on. Just drive. I only run my train if the DC controller gets too hot, I stop. That's what I don't like. When I ran, like, years ago, when I got my first starter set, uh, come on now. Uh, the power packs overheat so fast on starter sets, DC starter sets. Even good power packs still overheat. I don't get it. I don't like that they do it, but yeah, they do that. And more DCZ controllers, they don't overheat. I don't get it. Like, I could run more things on but then a DCC controller is like 3 times the power of a normal DC power pack. 6600 is the lead in the class. It shows your power pack is too small. But even this power pack, the Tech 2 one, that one will even overheat when I run a couple locomotives for a while. So honestly, you gotta find one that has a good heat sink in it, because I feel like some of them, like the cheaper ones, they got like a cheap tiny heat sink that comes in them, and that overheats so fast when you try to run so many trains. Honestly, another thing you could do if you have a PC fan, like a USB PC fan, that you could order them online for a couple bucks. I would recommend like setting that right next to your controller and have it blow air at it to help cool it down. I haven't done it before. I eventually want to get like uh a PC fan for under the controller because I got so many circuit breakers. I mean, I have one circuit breaker, and then I got power supplies under there that get warm, and I need want to get a PC fan just to blow air and circulate it so it doesn't overheat. DCC's power cab 2.5 amps. DCS 52 is 3 amps. My chiller pulse DC is 5 amps. Yeah, that's definitely a lot of power. You're going to be spending like some controllers might cost as much as a DCC controller for a DC1 if you want a ton of power, but honestly, I would just recommend going with a with a DCC controller because in the end, I don't think it'll overheat as much. Like my DCC controller only will get warm after like hours of running my trains, but then again, if you're running DC, just buy DC controller or just get like I said, a PC fan. That'll help you out. A PC fan will help keep your controller cool just by blowing air. It's a cheap alternative. I would still recommend getting a better controller, but a cheap way to do that is just like plug it into a USB and then just find a way. If you're on carpet, that's where it gets hard because you don't want it to suck lint into the motor on the PC fan or cause any issues with that. But trust me, I would have buy a PC fan for a couple bucks, and I have ran 3 trains on my 3 tracks for 12 hours straight. DCS 52, yeah. The DCS 52 is like a great controller. I actually am trying to sell one right now. I'm just wanting to make like some money off of it. I bought it for really cheap, but JMRI depends. JMRI is great if I let the thing spin around too much. I gotta reverse the turntable. There, it's reversed now. JMRI is good if you're trying to run like signals and automation and stuff, but I also get what you're saying. JMRI is only worth it for that. I just use it because I have a old computer and it works fine for wireless throttles. But don't go buying a computer just for your layout. I would just stick with getting like an LNWI. If you have Digitrax, get an LNWI plug for that, and you'll be able to run wireless throttles without the need for a PC. I wanted to do that, but JMRI sucks for programming Locomotive. I think it was made to do. It's actually very good for programming locomotives. Yeah, I get what you're saying. It depends, but once you have the Locomotive set in your roster, it is very easy. It saves the history on all the CVs, and it basically has sliders for programming, unlike with the DCS 52 where you have to enter in numbers. Wait, that turntable controller is the same as my DC controller. This is not a turntable controller. It's a Walters starter set controller that I converted to run my accessories and stuff. That controller, the other one there, is not connected to anything. It's just for looks. I'm not really working on it to wire it in right now, but this is a Walters starter set controller. I actually won that in a starter set that I got a while ago at a trade show, which came with this locomotive here too, and some rail cars. It was basically one of their starter sets for like it's simply $250. I got for free at the raffle at the trade show, so that was a really nice find. Well, it's not fine. That was really nice winning that. But yes, if you have a Walters starter set, that is going to be the controller that came with it. I have so many DC controllers right now that I don't really need right now. So let me guys know if you're in the market for any of that. I got so much stuff that I'm trying to sell because I will buy bulk sometimes at like a trade. Like if I get a trade lot for cheap, I'll buy a ton. And it's a trade guy. Uh, needs is a radio. Yeah, that's what I've wanted to get. I actually looked into getting one of their like the version where you have that train stuff. Like one of the ones that have like the single knob controls or whatever, so you can control one locomotive at a time. I looked into getting one of them, but in the end it would have cost a couple $100. But I got a PC that can do the same thing. One day I'll eventually get that when I get a permanent layout. But Ethan stole the iPad on me. I was using that. But yeah, I've looked at them, and some of them are on sale for like $160. For one of the ones that are wireless, one of the Digitrax wireless throttles, but some of the other ones are like $260. Oh, come on. This locomotive only has power pickups here. Oh, wait, did the handrail just fall off? Yep. Ah, really? I gotta set the phone down. I gotta fix that. Just give me a second. The handrails on these locomotives are terrible. They don't even bother to glue them at the factory, so yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. There, all fixed. This is an Athearn locomotive to answer your question. We got it on sale for $140. It's typically $240, but the problem is the back pickups wires ripped off, and I fixed them, then they ripped off again. So I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna only have front pickups on this. Because if you know the newer design, this locomotive was made a couple years ago, but the problem is that they had a terrible design on it where uh, the power pickups, if you go in too many tight turns too many times, they'll eventually pull off, and then I'll eventually look into figuring that out and find a way so they don't break off, because this thing does not run that well because of that issue. But I guess we'll pull it back into the Roundhouse. I don't like to park my trains like this, but for today, I'm just gonna pull it in nose first or front first. I typically like to spin them around because it looks cool, but there. Try to shut all that off. Yeah, we're just gonna push that into the Roundhouse. There. There. Where's the rail link? Okay, it's on track number 3. And after this, we'll run the freight train. Yeah. Oh, come on. Why did this track this short out? Oh, yeah. Just give me a minute. This thing is. Okay, there we go. Stop it. Sorry about that. Oh, okay, what's wrong with it? Okay. Try to get back read the chat. The farm tractor got annihilated by Easton. Uh Oh, Stella, I guess they only have Broadway Limited Rapido locomotives. You get what you pay for. Yeah. Rapido. I assume you're trying to say Rapido. Crazy or good. I only have Bachman and Walters. Bachman and Walters. I would say Walters is like a very good brand. And then Bachman is one of those where you honestly pay too much for what you get. Like you'll get a locomotive that's as good as a Walters one, but you're paying $100 more for it because Bachman is kind of like lying now. You're just paying for the name. And honestly, Bachman isn't even that good anymore. Or they weren't that good to begin with. This is a Caddo locomotive. This is one of my favorites right here. It doesn't have sound, but it runs so good. Bachmans are overpriced toys. Yeah, the Bachmans kind of remind me of like toy quality, not like actual model quality. You bought it toy for. The last Bachman locomotive that I've got that was new was like from 2018, and that came in a starter set that my neighbors gave me. But really, for how expensive they are, half the time they don't even have flywheels attached to the motor. Like all of my locomotives have flywheels. Even this Walters one has flywheels, but it was like $90. That's what I mean. It's such a good price. $90. Yeah, it was DC, but for a little work, I upgraded it to DCC. So it was like a $25 decoder that I bought at a hobby shop. But the horn fell out. Is it the Walters one? Because yeah, both locomotives had their horns break off, and I've had to glue them back in. Both of them had their horns break off. Say by Walters GP 15 horns. Yep, that happens to me too with that exact model. I don't know what's up with it. Like I bet everyone had one of these in their collection at one time because they're like $90. You can get them even cheaper for $40 used. Honestly, they're like one of the best starter locomotives to get. They're okay. I guess we'll put the Roundhouse back to the center track. Okay, there. Let's see. I guess I'll get the freight locomotive. Sounds like you are rough with your locomotives. Yeah, but I'm trying to fix them. I'll like flip them upside down on the table to take the shell off or whatever. And in the process, I would hit the horn on the table and then it would break off. I eventually got like a foam piece that I'd set them on, but I could actually buy an actual foam holder for fixing locomotives. Yeah, meanwhile, because it was missing. Yeah, most people that, unless you're like spending actual money on your trains, you're not gonna be gentle with them. I'm more gentle with them, but I've broken handrails off all of my locomotives because either this one here never pick it up from here because the whole shell will rip off, but the frame will stay. But okay, connect.
Right now, wait, the screen recording the same. Then I can.
I put the brakes on.
6 a.m. tomorrow or first thing
Hey, abuse your locomotives to the limit. So did I when I first got my first trains back in 2018 or 2019 that I got them. Yeah, I've been doing model railroading for a long time, more than I think of it. I've been doing it for years. 2019 for me feels like that was a couple years ago. No, that was like 7 years ago. You know it backwards. If you can't avoid breaking cheap locomotives, you shouldn't buy expensive locomotives. Honestly, when you spend a ton of money on a locomotive, you're gonna be way more careful with it because you don't want to break it because there's so many details. But with cheaper ones, there's not really as many details to break off, but you'll still end up breaking it anyway because you're rough with it. You got your train set 2018. Yeah, because the trains versus that's what I used to do. I literally have videos of me crashing my trains into like cars that were way bigger, like 164 scale semis I would put across the track, and then I'd have my 187 scale vehicle. I mean, my trains are smaller. I'd run into it, and I've actually broken the handrails off the sides of the locomotives and all of that. Now you're careful, yeah. So am I. I don't like doing that much anymore unless it's like a cheap light semi that I would hit because these things are like way like barely anything, so they won't really break much. The coupler most of the time takes the impact anyway. Okay, I'm on your outside. No repeater for you until you can show you care for local. Yeah, I I have scale trains locomotives now, and trust me, I'm actually the complete opposite of what I was back then. I'd always crash my trains. Now I'm like really protective of my trains. I don't want to break them. Something scraping on the locomotive. I can hear like little something scraping on like the track, or maybe it's my. What do you mean? I don't know how much it costs. No, it's close. Yeah. When you're a little kid, you get a train set. Yeah. When you're little, you're like, ooh, starter set. You not realize your parents spent like $250 on it. I'm gonna smash it to all of my Hot Wheels cars. And then you break the train. Oh, can you get me another one? And then you realize that was $250 that they spent on it because you're just a little kid. You understand what money is, or you maybe know what it is, but you don't know how much it costs because they never told you. Yeah, I know, Cliff from All Railroad. You don't like scale trains. Honestly, this locomotive isn't my favorite because it has terrible power pickups. Like, they work, but the thing doesn't run that well. I want to install Keep Alive in it. But yeah, trust me, I probably won't be buying scale trains anymore unless it's like one of their factory sound locomotives. I bought that one DCC no sound from someone. They put the non sound decoder in it, but scale trains is overpriced. I bet half the stock is sold out. It was like 5 years old. 1984 first trades. I sold that Bachman logo and finally 2 years ago. I've actually sold most of my Bachman locomotives that came. This is like this Switcher locomotive is probably one of their best locomotives that they made because this is my brother brought a Smarties. Just for size, that's my hand. The thing is giant.
Look, my hand.
Yeah, the scale trains they got like too many like details on the underside that will catch on your layouts, but it's been good. I put a Blue Nami decoder in it, which and that decoder is worth more than the locomotive. But yeah, hey tomorrow in the but like I said, I have a couple of the Bachman switcher locomotives from back then. These are like the best things that they've made. Like they actually put an actual motor in here and an actual worm gear uh that this one the gear isn't cracked on it yet. But this is like the best ones that they made. I also have a Union Pacific version of this one too. Uh but and then I also have a Union Pacific uh uh GP9, I think, for Bachman. I don't remember where it is, but that's another good one. Yep, that's what it was. Yep, the details. They put too many on the parts that they're gonna break. Like I've broken.
You've been taking that I've been giving to you.
No, give them back. No. But they like put the details in the worst spots where they'll catch. Like, come on, put the details where they aren't gonna catch. Like, sometimes they'll catch on turnouts, depending if the detail pops out enough, it'll literally rip off and snap. The cars are around supposed to think when postal, and the cars will last almost forever. So locos with gears that are the bad things. We're talking about Bachman. They made a couple locomotives back then that were decent. All the other ones were trashed because the gears split. Like I have a Bachman one somewhere in this cabinet. It's been a project, and then I just stopped working on it because the thing had issues. But where is it? It's somewhere in this cabinet. What is this sound? Okay, guys, we're gonna look at this locomotive. It is making weird sounds. It sounds like it's rubbing or something. We're gonna stop it. Well, this last year, I guess we're gonna fix this locomotive because it should not be making that sound. It's like rubbing. No, I'm using this for the stream. Okay, guys, we're gonna attempt to fix this locomotive here.
Alright, I'll call Dad. Mom, can I call Dad?
Yeah, release the locomotive off the phone. There we go. Okay, guys, we're gonna try to fix the locomotive. I gotta grab my screwdriver set. It just should not be making that sound. It sounds like it's either a wire that's caught in the motor or something because this locomotive has never made that before. It's also a good habit to get to. Turn your power off when putting trains on and off the tracks. I typically try to do that, but when I got like a whole operating session going and I got Amtrak running, and say they're stopped at a station, when they lose track power, the engine will shut off and it'll give them problems. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Sometimes it'll. Actually shortened the layout out trying to do that once because I set the locomotive like imagine. Uh, This is the rail here that I set it like this and then it'll short the track out because you set it on the rail like that. Yeah, I typically do it for a couple. Okay, trying to read off the chat. So I have to take I got my 2025 Club Loco ES44 CSX Western Maryland. Also ordered GG1 in 2026. Club Locomotive for Broadway Limited imports. Yeah, when I get a steam engine one day, I'm probably going to buy it for Broadway Limited because they've heard that their steam engines are good. Okay. Anyway, we're going to try to take this. Is that secondhand BNSF? To be honest with you, I'm not sure because I bought it. I bought it from somebody. And I'm trying to figure out if it was factory sound installed, but I'm not sure if they actually, if the person before used it that much or not. Yeah, I'm trying to hold this to where you guys can see. But we're going to take the shell off and see what's wrong with it because it's making, typically I'll hear clicking, which is normal because there's something wrong with the drive shaft on the locomotive, but it's not a big deal. It just makes clicking sounds sometimes. But what we're going to do is, I don't even remember how I pulled the shell off of this thing. It's been a while. Okay, so there comes that part. Okay, guys, we're going to see what's up with it. So it's been making clicking sounds. We're just gonna take a quick look at it and see, because it's like weird rubbing that I'll hear here. Do you guys see anything that looks off? What's cool though is this has function outputs. I should install some LEDs on here, additional ones for like. Are you sure? Wait, the Broadway Limited is the best in Steam locomotive right now. Join the club for $30. You can get a club logo for only $300. It's okay, and insurance off the track itself. I don't think it's the track. I think it's the locomotive. I'm just gonna spin the shaft and see if I see any wires. This thing is actually nice wiring in it. You can see how it's all organized and everything. So it's not like that's the problem. And the LEDs are directly attached to the board, so it's not even like the LEDs. What are we doing? We're trying to figure out what the weird sound is that's coming from this locomotive. So we're gonna take it to the track and see. We'll just run it without the shell on. There's a scratching noise that I hear in it, and it's pretty weird. Okay, we're on the tracks. Let me get my throttle here. There, we throttle. There. Now we're connected. Okay, so there we got this. We'll just turn the headlight off because it's kind of bright. Okay. Because this is normal. You hear the clicking sound because there's something wrong with the shaft coupling right there. Apparently, I found the problem. It's the stoppies thing. You know that sound? Stop. The volume is too loud. The speaker's literally shaking the speaker housing. Yep, so that's our problem. Well, we better go get that fixed.
What's warm?
So, yeah, I gotta turn the volume down. That explains why we're having that noise, because literally the speaker housing is vibrating, and that's what's making the scratching noise. So, I guess we'll put the shell back on and go on JMRI and turn the volume down a bit, because that speaker that's in it, I don't feel like breaking it. One day I may install Sugar Cube sound in here, because those speakers are way better, but it might be a headache trying to get it installed because I'll have to grind out the weights to make room for it. But, okay, back to this. So we're going to put... Let me guys know if I should repair some locomotives on a live stream like other ones. Or should I just make a YouTube video on it? Let me know in the chat if I should. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, but I'm also trying to make sure I'm putting this thing together correctly. There, that's good. Then we'll put the front one on. Let's see how it is. If you want, Broadway Limited speakers are way better than Cube speakers. Oh, hi, Kaden. Nice to see you in this live stream. Honestly, how much are the Broadway Limited speakers or whatever they are? Because typically I could get two of them for like, depending on where I buy them from, $25 to $30 with shipping. And if you buy bulk, you could get like, what was it? I gotta look. I think it was like 8 of them for $70, which is a really good price. But I would only do that if I'm doing like upgrades on a ton of locomotives or something. There. Let's see. Hey, Trotringa, can you show me my community post? Sure, I'll show them in a second.
Which one was that, guy? I can go with it.
George. No, I got it. You're not running my stream, he said. I'm trying to...
Which chocolate that I made out with it?
Just good. My brother made little feeders, I think, for his cattle.
No, hey, Mom.
Okay. This train is put back together. We now have to turn the volume down because I don't feel like finding out what happens when I blow out a speaker, because I don't think the speaker holder shouldn't be shaking that much when it's running. It is idling. It's like it wasn't even like notched up. You got to play Roblox. Nice. Okay, so we're gonna get a JMRI and turn down some volumes. First, I'll start the engine up so I kind of have there. Because honestly, people will run their train that loud, but I don't want to find out what happened. Okay, the thing is getting worse. Jeez, that it's shaking so much. I look at. Yeah, we're turning down master volume a lot. Jeez, this thing is still loud. Is that better? No, this thing is. I kicked my brother's combine.
You kicked the what?
I gotta turn it down even more. It still is loud. There. Now we'll see. There. No more. No more speaker shaking sounds or literally like the. If you guys don't know these cattle locomotives, that's a speaker right there, but the frame is not like attached. It's just clipped in, so that means it leaves room for the speaker to vibrate a lot, which creates that unnecessary noise. You're
I
yeah.
have to go back and help a stink bug.
Can you run the Amtrak train? Sure, I'll run that in a second. Oh yeah, I also have a video. Did you see the video that I made? I gotta look at what time it came out.
Guys, there's a stink bug in here.
Okay, well, what was it? One of my subscribers wanted me to show his community post. What is it, George? Okay. Give me a minute. I am trying to get out of here and find it. Saw a video that I made for you. I'm glad you like it. I haven't been checking notifications right now because I'm busy, but we'll look. But yeah, first we'll show the video that I made. This is not the best time to post things right now, but I'll be sure to answer your comment, but exactly 5 rail cars and then the 4 locomotives of your choice that you said. But yeah. And then we'll there, I'm just answering your comment quickly. There. Okay. Let's see what else. Okay, the community post that George made. Give me a minute while I get to your account and there, go to your channel and we'll see what post you made. There. So Braille Pigs, and thank you everyone for getting me to 50 subs. I'm so happy that you got me that many subs this year. I'm happy for you, bud. There. Counting on that post. And then he got a coil car as well. But of course I guessed wrong. And then he had all of his train boxes fall. And then That's how many boxes he has. That's like 1% of the boxes that I have. I have drawers, but this is a post we made last week. Remember, this is a vacuum that I have, not a blower. And then Hughes bought some cool stuff.
Gil, I needed the pliers.
When you come saw there, that's just some of his posts. We gotta get back to running trains, so we'll get the locomotive sped back up. Okay, when I come back from Atlantic City, you can make an Amtrak train pull 12 rail cars if you have 12 rail cars. Want me to have it pull 12 Amtrak cars? I think I'll have enough to make that. I might have 11, but I can make it work. But I have, like, at least 50 rail cars of freight cars. As if you're looking for another train channel, check out St. Louis Railroad on YouTube. Sure, I'll take a screenshot of this, and I took a screenshot of your chat so I could look their channel up later. Okay, thanks guys for 5 likes. Well, I'll skip the Amtrak running like I said I would, so. Easton, your screen recording saved. Okay, now we're in the Amtrak. I'm starting the engine up, turning brakes off. There, all that's good. Bro, they give me a device. You can't just. Nope, you're getting me.
This is
My brother just took the throttle. Whatever, spin it up to 35 and then release it. My brother just took the throttle on me, so I guess we're gonna wait. You know, we'll run it with the DCS 52. But yeah, guys, another thing that I like with this is when you close it out, it'll basically ask you to save everything. That's what I like. It saves all the settings. But sometimes it is annoying, though. I'll have to manually close it out, but they're... sorry about that. Train crash. Oh yeah, I've made tons of those videos before. I think I've actually made some that I haven't posted yet, but I don't think they're worthy of being posted, so... yeah. Anyway, we'll run it with the DCS 52. Trades by Dave. Hello. So, there. We'll just start the engine up and then make sure everything's good. Turn on the train brake, turn on the ditch lights, all that. And then yeah, I'll speed it up. 35. 35. There we are. There, I guess that's one way when your brother takes your throttle, you could use the other program locomotives addresses. Oh, that's pretty easy. So what you do, we'll just first stop the Amtrak. So there, the Amtrak's stopping. So you first go to quick decoder setup. So that's 1. So you press 1. And then that's where you would put your locomotive on the programming track, which is another plug on here. I'm not pulling it out right now. But then you would say, right, short address. Oh, so you gotta hit 1, which then will select that. And then you click data. And then you'll say short address will be 3. But that'll be like basic. And then next you'd go to selection mode. And then you'd select long address. So say that, so you'd hit 2 to go to select that, and then say you want it to be 6767. Ah, crap! I thought I hit long address. That's number 2. Okay, so then you would go to data, and then you put 6767, and now you can write long address 6767. And then you can have it set to use address 4. So that means it's 4-digit address. That means that now your train's set to 6767 or any other number you enter. Then after that, you would hit write. and then it would write it. But the program track is empty because I have no locomotive on it. But that's how you would do it. And then when you're done, just close out the program by hitting X, the stop sign, and X. Okay. Well, that's basically how you'd program it. And refer to your owner's manual if you have any further questions, because I'm not someone to go through that. Yes, your channel's called Rail Pig. Okay, so he's not obviously a pig; he's a person. But okay, going crazy with the pig emojis.
I think I saw your face.
There. Alright, I just plugged my phone in while we do the stream so the battery doesn't die. I got two trains running, the freight train and then the Amtrak. Got 5 likes again, thanks guys. Oh, I got 20 crossings on. As you guys can see, the crossings are on over there. Here's what you doing.
Checking some stuff.
Got 6 people watching and 6 likes, thank you. If you guys want me to extend this to 2 hours, you have to get this to 10 likes with 5. There's something wrong with the speaker mount or whatever, because it'll still vibrate at a low volume, so I gotta fix that. I like sees crossings. I gotta look them up again. Yeah, I've heard of them before. I gotta figure out what those crossings look like. And guys, I've updated my posting schedule from like a couple shorts a week to 1 short every weekday. And sometimes I'll post some on the weekends, but realistically, 1 short every day. And tomorrow there'll be a YouTube coming out for Q&A video. There's only gonna be like 5 questions in that video because I don't have that many to answer, but it's better than nothing at least. I'm planning to get my Indonesian passenger car, my layout, but I have to get it 3D printed. It costs $6.90. Is that $6.90 or 6 cents? 6.9 cents. But yeah, 3D printing is literally the Model Railroading magazine. I'm subscribed to them. I get their magazine once a month. They're now doing a ton of articles on 3D printing. So that'll be cool.
The cover. It's not this.
You gotta screenshot it. So go to photos and screenshot a clip of the video that you really like. And then you can even use text if you really want to. There comes the freight train. Yeah, I gotta fix the speaker mount. It vibrates way too much. I gotta find something to fix it. IRC Repeatable Traits has come out in my hobby store. Nice. Here comes the Amtrak. There. What if you break your model trains in front of your parents? I don't want to break my model trains to begin with. A little bit. Here, what I'll probably do right now is shut down the PC because I don't really need it anymore. There. The PC is shutting off. Now downloading what, bro?
I mean, not downloading.
Thanks for 7 likes, guys.
I have my video. I picked the part of where I'm diving down.
Now my brother's making War Thunder videos on his channel. You gotta change your description to say that you play all sorts of mobile games, not farming. Make sure you edited it so it didn't show the home screen of when you're starting the thing.
I started it once I got the game loading into it.
Yeah, from a farmer to a soldier, I know. My brother's like, oh, we're doing farm videos. Oh, now we're doing War Thunder videos.
Hey, we'll see how this one is well.
Make some shorts out of it, too.
I'll still be doing farming shorts. Don't click out of your show.
Okay. Good luck being a soldier, bro. Yeah, every time my brother plays that game, I play that game sometimes. Have you played War Thunder before, guys? But that game, most of the time, my brother has actually knocked out some tanks, some other players with it. But the hard part is that game, there's so many good players in that game that you have no chance sometimes on winning the battles.
Guys, if you play War Thunder...
But yeah, guys, George, check out my brother's video when it comes out sometime. I think it'll be cool.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m.
I see it on ads, but you don't play it. It's a really good game. This is one of those times where it's actually accurate on the ads.
Guys, if you play War Thunder, go to, I think it's Atro Train Guy.
That game.
And you can maybe try to, you might be able to get onto my squad.
But
so try if you would like.
I also, if you do ever play the game, I can invite you to the squad that we have on there, where we already have a couple other people on our squad on War. Yeah, so we have basically, if you do ever play the game, let me know what your username is on there, and I can add you to the squad. We already have one person on this squad. My username is I think it's the HO Train Guy, I think, is my username. It's not HO Train Guy because someone already took that username on War Thunder, but I use the HO Train Guy. We're doing a stream for 90 minutes. At 100 minutes, while we'll be stopping the stream, so we got 10 more minutes, guys. So if you what we
You know what's fun you can do?
What?
With team members, you can hook up a rope and you can pull them around if you don't want them going into an area.
Yeah.
But you only can do it.
Let's keep it up. Oh, the Amtrak just abandoned all of its cars. Nice. Do you play Forsaken? No, I don't. Literally the only games I play is Trains Driver 2, Grand Truck Sim 2. What else? Train and Rail Yard Simulator, War Thunder, Farming Simulator 18, 16, and 14, and yeah, those are the games that I play. Well, my brother plays though, the Farming Simulator ones. But do you know it at least? No, I don't even know what that game is. I'm gonna back the Amtrak up.
By the way, guys, we do not play Roblox. And that's really good in
Okay. They're trying to.
That's why farms in War Thunder, you can't see faces on there, and you cannot see, and you can't type anything.
Ace Path Roblox is external links that people would send in the chat.
Yeah.
So they would get you to click on links that would take you off platform. That's the problem with Roblox. You literally can't type. It's literally a selection of chats that you can select from. You can't type anything.
If somebody comes to help you, thank you in the chat. Like the chat person down there. So guys, a couple of times I was on the desert map, and I was up on
Oh, come on, not now, Amtrak.
So guys, one time when I was on a desert hill, I was in the
Hook
desert.
it up, Easton.
So guys, one time I was in the desert, I was on like a big sand dune, and I was able to see some people over a area, and I was able to
The signal got knocked over.
And I was able to shoot them down just because of bullet drop. So when the bullet dropped over the hill, I was able to shoot. So imagine like combine being
Yeah,
the hill,
so I think
and
we
I
all
was
know
right
how it works.
here. There's a person right here, okay?
Yeah.
I can shoot like this, and then I can just shoot like right here, and the bullet at far distance, the bullet will go like this, and then it'll hit your target.
There goes the BNSF.
I love you. What? I'm gonna snap your arm now.
Don't. Yeah, guys, go check out my brother's channel because I think tomorrow he'll be posting the War Thunder gameplay video. It's a really cool game. How long is it, Easton? 20 minutes?
Yeah, like 20 editing. It's 20 minutes of playing War Thunder. That's good because it's actually long.
Cole posts videos like that are even longer. When? Tomorrow. East, what time is it coming out at? 2 p.m. tomorrow. 20 minutes of no. I know it's War Thunder. It's a realistic mobile game that for war. It's actually kind of hard to play if you don't know anything about war and stuff, but it's a good game. I don't like war stuff, but that game, there's an exception. Yeah, this is my brother's farming stuff. There, I'm just gonna put the header on the combine. Ah, come on. Sorry. I'm the master of World of Warships. Oh wow, War Thunder also has basically tanks, ships, and airplanes. There's 3 different types that you can do in that game, but this is my brother's combine. There, I'm trying to fold it out all the way. Yeah, it's a John Deere. We have a farm, and dad my dad does not like John Deere equipment. My brother loves John Deere because it's green, and green is his favorite color. Don't. You're gonna rip it out into the charger, genius. My brother's stepping on the charging cord. He's about to break the charger. Leave it up to my brother to break everything. And we'll give the Amtrak a little break. Guys, we got less than 4 minutes before the stream ends. John Deere's cooked by, so when he breaks it, you break it up. Okay, 5, 6, 2, 2. There, we're just gonna stop the train for a little bit, and we'll get back to the Amtrak. John Deere is in a big lawsuit for stealing Bobcat tech. The last John Deere thing that we still have one John Deere thing on our farm, and that's a drill, which is basically like a planter for things like wheat and other crops that have tight rows. We did have a John Deere tractor, one of their all-wheel drive ones, but we eventually sold that, and we got a New Holland T T7. Yeah, we got a New Holland T7 to replace that the John Deere tractor. I think that tractor is 260 horsepower. I think. And then we have 2 other tractors, another New Holland, and then a Case IH. And then we have a New Holland combine too. Less than 2 minutes before the stream ends, guys. Shut it, kid. So let's hear also with the name Easton. I know. Easton is the reason why I kind of don't like my live stream some days. Okay, guys, 40 seconds before the stream ends. 40, 39, 38. Shut it, kid. Thanks for 7 likes, guys. Remember, tomorrow, there'll be a video coming out at like 2 p.m., I think. I'll be making a Q&A video, so I made a post a couple days ago. Go comment on that post if you have any questions about my model railroad. But today's the final day. Like literally afternoon, I'll be working on the video and I won't be able to answer anymore. We've been officially doing the stream for 100 minutes. We will end it when the Amtrak drives by one more time. And then we'll end it. Cliff and Monroe said, have fun to all. Yep. Everyone, we'll see ya next week. Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone. Yep. See y'all later. Bye.